Hi everyone, my name is Jenna. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video. It will be all about crochet. I do want to warn you ahead of time that I do have two children. Both are home with me right now. I have an 8-year-old who is in the other room playing video games and a 5-year-old who keeps running in and out. So you might see him. Hopefully he does not come in. I'm trying to keep him quiet, but you never know. So I do have some of my works in progress here with me today and one finished project that I figured I could start out with showing everybody. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. And the first thing I have here is a recently finished object. I believe I finished this last week. This was my work project, so anytime I go to the office, which is about once a week, unless I'm training, then I'm usually there all week, every day. I take one project that's kind of small to the office with me that I can work on while I'm working, because I do have a job that allows me to do so. And that is the Crochet Latte Bobble Shawl, or it might be the Bobble Latte Shawl. One of the two. It is on Yarnspirations. The pattern online is made with the Caron Latte cake. I did use a Caron Latte cake with it. And all I did to find it was search Latte Bobble Shawl and it came up. So I don't know if that's the correct name of it, but I know it's something very similar to that. And this is in the colorway Blackberry. And here is, it's pretty long. It does go past my fingertips. Let's see if I can back you up here. Even that, I can't get it all into frame. And then as far as length it goes, it's really not that long, but it does have bobbles going up the one side and then the other side. Overall, this pattern was a lot of fun. I generally don't like back loop only crochet patterns, but that was all this was. And the cool part about it, that I liked at least, is you make it going up one side. So this was where I decided to end because it was wide enough. And then once you're done, so you'll have your width, but once you're done, you go back along the other side and just make bobbles. The only thing that I really don't necessarily care for in the pattern, and I definitely want to make one again, it was fun to make, is that the bobbles on the side where you end it, it says to slip stitch in 3 stitches and make a bobble and then continue that. And if I did that, there was way too many bobbles on the one side compared to the other, and I wanted it symmetrical. So I ended up slip stitching like 5, I think, to make them kind of even, and they still aren't, honestly. This is the side that I started with. And then this is the side where you had to slip stitch. And you can see even some of these are more farther apart than others. Like this one is pretty far apart compared to the rest. These two are really close together. So I was just having a little bit of a hard time figuring out how far apart I wanted to distance them to make it how I wanted it. And my other complaint about it, which is not really that big of a complaint to be honest, but as far as like traditional triangle shawls go, it is very wide compared to the length. So again, I know I can't show you in the whole frame, but it does go past my fingertips. It's longer than my wingspan, but it's pretty short. But overall, I did really have fun making it. I love the Caron Latte cakes. They're one of my favorite yarns. I have tons of them, so whenever I get a chance to work with them, I have a blast. So there is that, and then I currently have technically 4 whips to show. One of them I did just start this morning and I only have 3 rows, but I figured I'd show you what I'm making and the colors I'm using. The other 3 are active projects that I've been working on steadily. They are all gifts. One's for my dad, one's for my brother, one's for my husband. So I probably will work on those more often than the one I just started this morning. But the yarn was sitting there and I really wanted to start it and see how the color combination looks and if it matches to what's in my head. I do have other projects too that I've started, and they're just kind of sitting there for now if I ever get the inspiration to work on them. Probably after I finish some of the ones I'm working on now, I will. I definitely love them all. It's just these ones kind of took priority over those. So I will have a video eventually sometime soon with the ones that are sitting waiting to be worked on. And then I could also have a huge tote bin of stuff I've completed. We have many blankets in this house that I've crocheted, so I plan on making a video of things I've already completed. Not necessarily know when I completed them, but just to show you what I've worked on in the past. But the first one I'm currently working on steadily is the Which Way Filet blanket. There's many different creators for this blanket. I'm using Fiber Spider's tutorial. I'm just more familiar with the way he makes tutorials. I've watched a few of his before, so I'm using his, but if you type in Which Way Filet, you get like tons of different videos from different people. So the pattern is definitely easy to find, also very easy to follow. I am using the Karen Cloud Cakes. I don't have the yarn label with me. I could not find the center pull, so I had to pull from the outside, and generally when I pull from the outside, I take the labels off. So I'm not really sure what the colorway is, but it's like a bluish tealy color that you'll see when I hold it up. So I've gotten a good bit done, honestly. I think I only started this maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, honestly. So within just a few days, I've gotten quite a bit done. I would say about half the cake I've used, but again, I'm using this as my at-work project. I was training last week, so, and with this being such a mindless pattern, honestly, once you get past a couple rounds, it's all repeat. So if you can remember the repeat, it's pretty easy. So while I'm training and talking to the people I'm training, I just crochet along. There is a few times I messed up, but honestly, with the way the pattern is, what you do is it's 6 double crochets, chain 2, 6 double crochets, chain 2, 6 double crochets, chain 2, and I have found spots where I only had 5 and I had to put 2 double crochets in the next stitch to kind of make it even. So there's that. I'm making this one for my dad. I want to have it done by Father's Day, which I don't think is going to be a problem. I generally like to speed my way through things towards the end of when I want to give it to someone, so I know I'll definitely get it done. That is his favorite color, and I have 4 of them. I don't know if I'll need all 4. There's quite a bit of yarn in each of those cakes. I could be wrong. I should have brought one in here with me, but I think there's like almost 800. So it's going to be quite the large blanket, but I'm really enjoying making it. I have tried the Which Way Filet before, and for some reason just wasn't feeling the pattern. But this time I am, and I think it's because I've been doing other stuff while working on it, so that repetitiveness doesn't really bother me as much as it usually would. Then the other blanket I am making is the one I'm making for my brother. I have it behind me here, and I do have the pattern here with me, so I at least can show you a picture of the pattern without showing you the pattern itself. And this one is called the Diamondback Blanket. It is an overlay mosaic crochet pattern made by Casually Kind. It is a pattern I found on Etsy. I don't honestly remember how much I paid for it, but it was probably less than $5. I don't really ever pay that much for patterns if I don't have to. But this is the pattern, most of it. This is the start of it. And then this part right here is the middle, and then all these repeat backwards. So this part you can see starts again here, and then it will jump to this part, this part, this part, and then that part is the last. So I am making this one for my brother. He does not know it yet. So I did just choose black, white, and gray, and actually my son chose that for me. I was going to add in some like teals or dark navy colors too, but my son said black, white, and gray. So that's what I went with. I am over halfway done with it at this point. Let me get it up here. So I started with black and white in this section, went to white and gray. Then I did black and gray, back to black and white and gray, black and gray. Here's the middle, black and white, and then I'm gonna reverse it and make these match on each side. So I'm back to black and gray. I am really enjoying working on this. The only problem I'm having, and maybe if somebody knows the answer to this, you can tell me down below in the comments, is my sides are crooked. And I have looked into like Facebook groups about mosaic crochet, and I guess that's kind of common, and it will straighten itself out in the border. I plan on doing a double border on it so I don't have to weave in all those ends, because I hate weaving in ends. I know most of us do. And with this, I am using Big Twist for all of it, Big Twist Value. And I did not tell you with the other projects, but the Bobble Latte shawl was made with a K hook, which the pattern calls for. I used my Streamline Furls K hook with that. The blanket I'm making for my dad, I'm using my Streamline Furls I hook, so that's a 5.5. And with this, I'm actually using a G+, which is 4.5 millimeter. And I think it's really cool because the Streamline Furls I'm using with this is the Cookies and Cream, I believe is the actual name of it, and it's a white hook with gray and black swirls in it, so it matches the colorway of the blanket. I do plan on showing you my furls collection at some point because I have almost all of them, both Streamline and Odysseys. But I'm using Big Twist Value in white. Nothing too special about that one. It is just white. Then I am using Big Twist Value in black. I'm almost out of this one. I might have to grab some when I go out tomorrow, because I don't think I have any more. I know I have tons more black, but I'm very picky when it comes to mixing the yarns, especially because Big Twist to me is one of the softest acrylics you can find at the big box stores, and I live in a very small town. I have to travel at least a half an hour or more to get to the big box stores, and we don't have really any like little yarn shops around, so I do like the Big Twist. I have a really big thing of the Crafter Secret, I think it's called, that you can get at Hobby Lobby. That's black, but it's just not as soft, and I think it would throw off the blanket, at least in my opinion. So I'll probably have to pick up some more black and possibly more white. But this is the only gray I have, and I think that's okay because I didn't even go through a whole one to get through the first half. So as long as my tension and everything stays the same for the second half, this should be fine. But this is the gray I'm using, and it is in medium gray. So that is that one. Like I said, really enjoying working on it. It's a lot of fun. The next one is the one I'm working on for my husband, and I don't have the pattern for this one. I could have sworn I printed it last night, but I guess I didn't. I have one page of it, but it's the actual pattern, so I don't want to show you that. But this one is the Casablanca, or Casablanca, however you want to say it, pattern by Tina. I'm not sure how to say her last name. I don't think anybody really knows how to say it. But you can look her up on YouTube. She does have a YouTube channel, and she, sorry, she is on Ravelry. I believe she might be on Etsy too, but I purchased the patterns on Ravelry, and she also has her YouTube channel. It's Tinna. You can just search that and her full name will pop up. She does a lot of mosaic crochets, and that's kind of what I'm really into at the moment. I just am loving mosaic crochet. And again, this one's the Casablanca or Casablanca, however you want to say it, and it's upside down. Let me just fix that. And this is what I have so far. So you can kind of see the pattern coming together there. I will print out the pattern today so that I have a copy of it, and then the next time I show it, once I work more on it, I'll show you oh, sorry, again, a finished picture of it. This is what I have so far. I'm really enjoying this one too. I think when it comes to mosaic crochet, I just really enjoy doing them. I like watching the patterns come together. Here's my ends. I do plan on doing a double border with this one as well, and that is something that Tina has a tutorial on her channel. So if you ever do mosaic crochets and you want to know how to do the double border so that you don't have to weave in all those ends, or leave them as fringe and hope they don't fall out. Tina has a great tutorial on it that I'm going to follow when I get to that point. But there it is one more time. And with this, I am using Stylecraft Special DK. This is my first time using it. I did go back and forth for a while of whether I wanted to get Paint Box or Stylecraft Special DK, and I figured I've always seen people using this Stylecraft Special DK. A lot of people like it. It's not readily available here, so I had to order it, which is fine. I do order most of my yarn online. Again, don't have much access to it unless I want to travel. And I'm glad I picked it because I do have some Paint Box yarn and I do love Paint Box, but I actually think I like this Stylecraft better. It's a little bit more expensive, but honestly the difference wasn't that bad. And I'm using the 2 colors on this. The bluish color is in the shade Denim. Honestly, it doesn't show up really true to color on camera. I mean, it's very, very close, but in the right light, it looks more like a cornflower blue instead of an actual denim blue. And I was kind of, not really upset, but kind of put off by that when I first received it, because online, and honestly, on the camera, it looks like a denim blue, but then when you actually start working with it, like even, to me, it just doesn't look the same even in the ball compared to what I've worked up already. It just looks bluer once you start working with it. And like in my living room light, it looks bluer than it does here. But I still like it, and my husband likes it, so that's all that matters because it's going to be his. But this is, again, the color Denim. And then the yellow is the color Mustard. And what he actually saw online was navy and the mustard, and that's what he wanted. But they were out of the navy, and he was okay with the denim. I apparently have lost my hook because I know it was in here. I do have a project bag that it was in because I took it to my parents on Memorial Day. Never touched it, but it was there. And for some reason, there's also canned cat food in here. And a pair of scissors, but my hook is missing, which is not good. Actually, I think I was working on this the other night, so it's probably with the rest of my hooks. And with this one, I am using a G. Streamline furrows again, 4mm. So there is that one. And then the last one I am working on is again by Tina. I have her Instagram handle here because I do have the pattern with me. It's another mosaic crochet. And this one I think I'm gonna make for myself. I chose these colors because they're something I'm gonna like. I do have a lot of blankets that I made for myself, but this one I think is gonna be a little bit more special just because I really, really love this pattern. So this is called the Traditional Queen. I'm doing the small version. There is a small and large version in the pattern. I will eventually make the large version, but with the order I made for the yarn, I had so much other yarn with it, I just didn't want to spend all the money to get enough for the large version. And I do like throw blankets on the couch, so I think that's what this one's gonna be. So this is what the pattern looks like. I do love the colorway in the picture, and actually on lovecrafts.com it has a kit that you can get those specific colors in. And the only reason I didn't is because I can't find anywhere, and if anybody knows if this exists, let me know. But I can't find anywhere how those colors line up within the pattern, which I guess I could just do it myself, but again, I kind of like to follow what I see. So if I were to use those exact colors and it not look exactly the same when I was done, I probably wouldn't care for it as much. So I picked my own colors with it, and I'm really happy with them. And I'm just really excited to see how they work up together. But again, this is the pattern. That's Tina's name, so T-I-N-N-A. And her Instagram handle is right here. So it's Tina H-E-K-L. So T-I-N-N-A-H-E-K-L on Instagram. And then she does have Tina's Crochet Club on Facebook. I am part of that Facebook group. So I'm excited for this one, but this is the one I've only done 2 rows on. I don't even think I made it through the second foundation row between the 2 colors. And my yarn is a mess. I should not have carried it in here like that. I could have sworn I cut it. I guess not. So I did make it to the end of the foundation row. I just didn't cut my yarn yet. So that is all I have so far, is the starting chain and the first two foundation rows. So I will start the drop downs next to start getting that mosaic pattern going. And for this, I'm also using the special Stylecraft Special DK. And I'm using 4 different colors. So the purple in the swatch I just showed you is the color Violet. So it is a darker purple. This is my Sun Maverick. Okay, go on.
Nope.
No, go.
No.
I'm also going to be using, or actually I'll show you the brown. I could not find the center pull on this, so I had to pull from the, or actually I did, but when I went to reach for the center pull, a bunch of yarn barf came out and my label ripped off. So I have the brown here with no label, but it is the color Walnut. Then the next color I'll be using after I do a couple rows of the Violet. Please go.
No.
You gotta be quiet. Go.
No.
Is Lavender. And then the last color I'm going to be using in there is this color, which is Aspen. So I haven't decided quite yet how I'm going to line up the colors. I think I was talking to my cousin about it this morning. They might be not uniform, so I might do like 10 rows of the, Violet, and then do like 6 or 7 of the Lavender, and then maybe 8 or 9 of the Aspen, and then go back to the 10 rows of the Violet, and then alternate that way instead of it making it uniform with all the colors. This one I actually have the hook in here with me because it was stuck in the project. I'm using an H 5mm from Furls. This is my Pisces Streamline. So that is all I have today. I look forward to posting more videos. I don't know how frequently I will post videos. I do have a surgery coming up soon, so I don't know if I will, be ready to post videos or not, but we'll see. I do have a lot of videos in mind that I want to post, and I definitely want to share my progress as I go through things. So we'll see how it goes. So thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.